I don't think I've ever stated this, but I have no feeling on the top of my head right here, where I had my craniotomy. That one that's like barely noticeable. But nothing. Getting ready to read real quick and heading to bed. Marsha. She was just here. Bit of a long night, y'all. So, had some family breakdowns there earlier. Some people breaking under some stress. My mom's been real good, real strong during this whole thing, but she broke down earlier and kind of cried. So then I kind of broke down a little bit. I didn't cry, should have. But it affects me. I don't want to see my mom hurt. She's just upset. So I have a stepbrother, or did have a stepbrother. My parents divorced when I was 3, and my mom remarried when I was 4. So the 4-year-old came into the picture then, along with me, who was 3, and we were like 8 months apart or something. His name was Scott. He died when I was 22, so 12 years ago, in a head-on collision. Yeah, he had like an old car, just head-on collision, face hit, and his face just ruptured, and all his internal organs pretty much separated apart, and due to his ribs, because that's what happens when you hit someone going 70 miles an hour, face to face. So he didn't make it out of that. It was quick though. It was a quick death. It's different when you're grieving. Like, this is harder, I think, for my mom, because like, you die from these things eventually, and it's a long journey, right? Like, even if I do super well and get through all this chemo and do everything right, it's probably going to be a few years, There's going to be some good times, and then it's going to get bad. A lot of ups and downs. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of stress. I hate my hair right now. I'm at this like weird place where the hair is like long. I usually keep it more like high and tight. But right now I can't cut my hair because of all those stitches that are still in. So that's why I keep fidgeting with it. But anyway, so it's yeah. I don't know what I was saying. Just had my uncle text me. Mom broke down tonight. That was not easy to see. She was pretty upset. And just in general, tensions have been really high. So like, even if I kind of nag and say something, it can get on people's, they're just on edge. So we're all trying to be very conservative with each other. My cat is freaking out and running around. And I try to be like overly sorry, like be quiet, stuff like that, because I didn't used to live here, and now I'm 34 and living with my parents again, so it's not an easy adjustment on their end. Even if it is their son that's dying, they still have lives to live. But man, I just feel for them both. I have a stepsister as well, but she's my sister. We don't use the word step. And there's more text. So yeah. Growing up, I was really close to my stepbrother. Toward the end, not at all. So that's another thing. So we've been having some issues. People getting like, a little upset, a little feisty with each other, a little wordy. And my sister got in kind of like a huge fight the other day with me, and it wasn't something I said specifically. She's just very emotional, and I'm not. So she like takes things and she holds them. She'll be mad at you for 4 months, won't say a word, just how she is. I can't stand that. It's also why I don't do well in relationships, I think, because I'm a let's talk this out. This is that. All right, we're good. Done. Not her. And she watches this YouTube. She showed me. I don't know how. My mom even got recommended this channel. It's crazy. I've had some aunts that got recommended it. They didn't follow, just for respect, I guess, because of all the things, I kind of say on here. They want it to be my thing, which I'm happy about, because this community's really actually become cathartic for me. For the most part, everyone's good. We don't really have too many trolls. Here, we got to do some chemo here in a second. So, there it is. 140 milligram temolazide. So I gotta make sure I get these right. 5 milligram. So they don't have this like super spread out very well. It ends up being like 170 milligrams total, which is a lot. Okay, so it's TMZ, temozolomide, and it's 170 milligrams for 6 weeks every day. So one of these is 140 milligrams. One of them is 20 milligrams. And then you take 2 5s. But that's 160, so why? Oh, you gotta take 2 of these. No. That's not right. Yes, it is. I'm an idiot. All right, so 140, 20, it's 160, 170. This is something I got to pay attention to. But anyways, yeah, so just the whole family dynamic with the cancer thing, which some of you are still asking, like, hey, do you have family around? Do you have all this? We're a very tight-knit family. Absolutely. Very blessed. My mom's like my best friend. I text her all the time, always have, even when we hate each other. Best friend in the world. So now she works in the room next to me. So this was their office. They converted this to like just a quick bedroom for me to come back to be with them. So I'm forever grateful for that. That's why there's a flower thing on the wall here. That's not mine by choice. All right, so let's take some chemo. And I've already taken Zofran, so. I'm gonna focus while I do this. So 160. Nah. You don't want this. Out, Marsha. Yeah, sweetie. You don't want daddy's chemo. Okay. She's been on one all day. She was on one at 3:30 in the morning. And we just tearing through the house. Tearing through the house. I don't know how to get these. Oh, yeah, I do. I think. I don't have that great of teeth, so I'm just going to use them. All right, 170 milligrams. I gotta throw all this away so Marcia doesn't touch any of this radioactive shit. All right. With the AirPods in, I'm not sure if you guys can hear my fan going all the time. I know it's kind of annoying for some people. Kind of like an ASMR type situation. Man. My abs are gone, but anyways. This glue stuff, where they went into my belly, itches. I promise I'll get in better shape for the show. It's gonna be a little bit. I'm just hoping I can get back in the gym here within the next 2 or 3 weeks without feeling awful. Okay. So, agenda tomorrow. I am going to open a P.O. box. So if anyone wants to send things, some people are emailing me, wanting to send trinkets and stuff. Someone works in the Port Authority, New York City, and they had a bunch of like 9/11 stuff they were wanting to send, which is super cool. I love stuff like that. I was in 6th grade. We were in 6th grade class when 9/11 happened. It was a big deal. We all stopped. They wheeled in the TVs with the strapped-on TVs and watched the whole thing. That was an absolute crazy experience. Yeah. Silence for those guys. How do I... Marcia. Trying to currently fix a gaming computer. That's what that light was for earlier. Marcia. I don't know, how do you switch from first person to third person while using an iPhone in camera mode? I only know it with like Snapchat. Which this is not gonna, it's not Snapchat. And my eyebrows are getting crazy. But yeah, so just kind of a random ramble video, guys. Family's under a lot of tension. Felt that for the first time tonight, like actually saw it with people breaking down a little bit. Have real close family, so all my appointments. My sister, she's 28. She is a licensed social worker, so she's very good at handling systems. She took care of all of my like medical stuff, Medicaid, because that was a nightmare getting all that information. So without her, I'm nothing. She's amazing. I don't really want to say her name. Not yet. I'll save all that. Eventually I'll tell you guys my family's names and stuff. But for right now, I kind of want to keep them safe, confidential. Especially my mom was kind of worried about some of that. Which, I mean, you just know how it is. There are crazies out there. Throat kind of burns from those chemo pills, which somebody was recommending some kind of like, not a wash, but yeah, it was kind of like a wash for your throat that takes the burn away, and it's like flavored. They emailed me, so I'll have to check the email for that. So shout out whoever you are. I don't know where I put my laptop. Yeah, so this video has no real point. It's just me kind of chilling back tonight and feeling really bad for my parents. Nobody wants to lose 2 of their 3 kids before they're 60, you know what I mean? My brother was, yes, he was 23, I think, when he passed. Or 22. 23 or 22. And I was 21 or 22. It was like 2012, 2013. It was something like that. And then my sister, the perfect one, she was just a baby. So she's born 97, I think, if I remember right. But anyways, that's all I really have, guys. Yeah, much love. Hopefully I feel good tomorrow. And I'll update you in the morning. I have radiation tomorrow right around noon. I'm gonna get there early. I think it's like 12:30. But traffic's so bad. I'm gonna get there at noon. Peace.